Hello everyone, let us continue learning C language. In our previous video, we discussed about some of the string functions and their usages. We talked about string length, string comparison, string concatenation, and few other functions. In this video, we would discuss a question which is a string based question and which is of string reverse functionality. Let's get started. So here is the input on the screen and their corresponding output which is required. Now the input is a perfect sentence which has multiple words in it. There are two forms of output that we are supposed to print. And the first one is we are supposed to reverse each and every word, keeping it in the same position and reversing the word alone completely. The second form of output is to print the whole sentence in the reverse order by reversing the words individually. Now, these two functions cannot be achieved just by using string reverse function. We have to in deep understand how the string reverse function works. strrev is a string reverse function which reverses the whole word, as we already know. Now, how does it work? What is the working of string reverse function? Now, whenever you talk about reversing the whole word, it is essential we understand how the word is stored and how the reversing happens. For example, let me take a word as welcome and let us see how the reverse action works. W, E, L, C, O, M, E, and a /0 character. When I call n is equal to string length of the string, that would give me the lastmost index where the /0 is stored. And that would give me 7 here. Now, if I wanted to point to the last index, the last character of the word, I can literally call this as j as n minus 1 and I as 0. Now, what I would do here is nothing but I'll swap the values that is pointed by I index and j index. I'll swap the values pointed by I and j indexes and I'll increment the I value. So I will point to the very next element and I'll decrement the j value. So j will point to the previous element. And this action in a repeated loop structure. So I have to keep swapping these elements until I reach a point where I is lesser than j. This is the holistic working of our string reverse function by default. Now let us implement this string reverse function initially and see what are the changes we can bring to it. I'm saving this file as string library.h, a custom header file, which would reverse the whole function. I'm doing it as void str_reverse of just the character array st ar. The very first thing what I'm doing is I'm finding the string length of it, for which I need the string length function. That is yet again a user defined function strlength. I'm finding the string length again manually. Len equal to 0 for I'm leaving the initialization part empty. AR of len not equal to /0, that is the last character for any string. As long as this condition is true, I'm incrementing len ++ and end with a semicolon. Now this for loop does not have any parts in it. It has ended with a semicolon by default. So post which, so len is initialized. Post which I'll just return the len value. That is the length of it. Now in order to reverse it, I'm going to call two variables, which is I is equal to 0 and j will take the value of len, that is str_len of ar minus 1, length minus 1. And while I is lesser than j, I have to swap values. So for which I would call a temporary variable char temp is equal to char temp. Temp is equal to AR of I. I'm swapping it. AR of I of j, AR of j is equal to AR of is equal to temp. And after which I'll increment I value and decrement j value. This is all about the string reverse functionality. Now let us try this action. Let us create our first program here. I'll save this as send underscore reverse. I want to reverse the sentences, right? So I'm calling this send reverse dot c. I'm including a local header file hash include, which we created right now. So since this is a user defined header file, I'll call this as strlib.h inside double quotes so that it is local. It is present in the same directory folder where it is present. The .c file and .h file are in the same directory. I'm including a main function here. And I'm receiving a string that is a character array from the user. So for which I need a character array of size 100. I'll printf prompt the user to enter a sentence. So my scanf statement should have %s, between which I should have a cap /n symbol, comma str. Now, let us try reversing the sentences with the user defined function which we created right now, str underscore reverse of str, the function we created right away. I'm printing the sentence printf %s, comma str. Let us see whether the reversing is happening perfectly or not. Now let me compile this again with the command of gcc space sentence reverse and .c -o send rev, send underscore rev, sentence reverse, a short form for it. Now there are multiple instances of errors we are seeing it here. Reason because is the header file hash include stdio.h was missing. So let's include the basic primary header file for C language, stdio.h. Let's compile one more time. No errors. Let's run it up again. So I'm entering a sentence. Hello world. How are you? Now you could see the whole sentence is reversed. It is not reversed word by word. Instead, the whole sentence is reversed. Yes. Now let us take this code to the memory, that is to our C tutor, and let us see what happens. I'm having a default st as a character array. For the array, I'll pass this as the input and see how this is stored. Okay, now this is what I have within the memory. In this place, in this memory, if I could write a user-defined reverse functionality, okay, if I could write a user-defined reverse functionality, something like str underscore reverse of st. I want to reverse this sentence, but not the complete part. I have to start from the 0th index. That is for the first word. I have to start from the 0th index and end at the 4th index, 0, 4. And I should again reverse the sentence. Reverse of, I should start from the point of 6. Start from the point of 6 and end at the point of 10. If I could do something like this, this reverse functionality will be much easier. And let's see how this can be done. For which we have to add two variables here first. Int starting, that is int I, int j. So there is no need of we declaring int I and j. Int and j will be brought as argument for this function. We have to provide I and j when you call the function. Now let's see how that can be called. Rather than reversing the whole sentence, we will not reverse it such a way. Rather, we'll run a for loop saying for int I is equal to 0, I less than str of I not equal to /0, I plus plus. In that case, I should have two starting and ending values, right? So I'll create two variables called int st, which will point to the 0th index, and ed, which will again point to the 0th index. Now I'll run this loop. If I encounter a space, if str of I equal to space, then I should have swapped the word, because space represents we are reaching the 5th index part. So I should have swapped it as str underscore rev reverse of. Before that, I would say ed is equal to the previous index, which is I minus 1. So I'll call str comma st comma ed. Okay, I'm calling that reverse function, post which I'm saying st is equal to I plus 1, the next index. Whenever this condition is true, I'm reversing it. Now let's save this action. Let's compile and run this and check what is the output we are receiving, whether it is right or wrong. Okay, I'm giving a sample input. This is a sample sentence for trial. Now you could see it has reversed each and every word individually, except for the last word. The reason, because we are spotting only the spaces. We are not bothering about the last null character. You remember, we are not bothering about the last null character, for which this action should have happened outside the loop at least once. This is one kind of a solution I can tell you. I'll compile it. I'm going to run this again. And this is nothing but the outside the loop. It is a complete end of it, which is nothing but the last character. So one additional detail which I have to pass on is nothing but int n is equal to str underscore length of str. And this element which I have to pass is nothing but n minus 1, the last index of it. Now let us compile and run this up again. Now you could see the reverse has happened completely right, the perfect solution for it. Okay. This is one kind of a solution I can tell you. Instead, if you don't want string reverse function to be called outside the for loop, you can eliminate it and can add up this statement saying or str of I plus 1, that is the next character, is equal to a null character. If either of this condition is true, then again reverse has to happen. Then in this case also, it helps you solve the problem. I'll copy the sample example. I'll compile it, run it with this example, and you could see it is leaving out your last character alone. So it says str of I equal to /0. And I'm making a small correction here in order to run it for the previous case also. So I'm trying to run an extra one iteration here, for which I'm just altering a condition of I less than 0 or str of I minus 1 not equal to /0. Just a sec. Let's alter this in a better way. Post printing the string, I'll print a new line character for legibility. I'll compile this, run this up again. Now you could see the sentence has reversed perfectly right. has reversed each and every word in the same position by reversing the word alone from first to end. And this is the user-defined function which I suggest to have for string reverse, which will work perfectly for all the sequences. Now, to reverse the sentence word by word, now this again is the simplest solution. Now you need nothing to do apart from reversing the sentences. So I'll say string reverse of str, comma, from the starting index till the last index. If you reverse it, then again the solution is easier. Let's run this file again. This sample sentence for testing. And as you could see, it has reversed both the ways we wanted it. We will also pass the sample input which we got. And let us compare the outputs. This is exactly the output which they have asked us to do. And here is the code for the same in C language. Hope this was clear, and see you in the next part of the video. Thank you.